You stretch your neck, you roll your shoulders. Maybe you've tried foam rollers, massage, you've gone for posture apps, you've worn belts to try to hold your shoulders back, but tension keeps coming back, right? Well, what if your neck keeps hurting even after doing the right things and the pain isn't originating from your neck muscles at all? What if it's actually coming from a reflex that's buried so deep in the nervous system and it's a protector, it wants to help, but it's one you cannot stretch away. You actually have to bring focus, attention, and compassion to it. So let's explore what's really behind most neck pain and how you can start to release it right now. Your neck doesn't exist in isolation. A lot of us think of it like a lollipop on a stick, where our head moves around and everything else is disconnected. It's not like that. We're designed a full system approach to be dynamic and have a responsive relationship between our neck, our thoracic spine, where our ribs are, our lower back, our posture, our breath, and our stress patterns. And here's what most people miss. Your forward head and the pain that most people get in their necks isn't just about looking at your phone the correct way, sitting up straight. It's a recurrent symptom of a much deeper reflex. In somatic's world, it's called the red light reflex. This reflex kicks in when the nervous system senses some kind of threat or overload, and we learned early on to protect with the front muscles. It pulls the head forward, it collapses the chest, it pulls in at the solar plexus, it shortens the breath, it can make your hip flexors tight. It's the body's way of saying, protect, front muscles, do your job, protect. And when it goes in at a certain level, even after the threat is gone, your primitive brain, where the reflexes live, don't know that the threat's gone. And your body stays in that pattern. And you can't just tell it with your mind, stop that. You can't just tell it with a stretch, don't do that. You have to work with it the way it's designed. So that's what we're going to get into in these kind of somatic hacks. So have you noticed every time you stretch your neck, or even worse, you go for a massage and it feels good for a minute and then afterwards it can feel worse or even more tight? Because the root pattern hasn't been addressed. It hasn't changed. And you're not broken. You're just stuck in a protective reflex. The protector in your primitive brain is trying to help you. So if you learn how to speak its language and work with it and learn to really reset what's going on, your neck pain or your shoulder pain or your back pain, but today we're talking about neck pain, it finally has a chance to release for real, to release at the level that it rooted into the body. So this can feel like a slow way, but what we know more and more is we have to slow down to go fast. You know, in nature, when animals are under threat, they contract, they curl in, they protect their vital organs, or importantly, they shake. So if you watch an impala getting away from a lion, it goes into almost like a convulsive shaking. That's where all the cortisol and the stress hormones come into the body, and the muscle contraction that was built into that response is able to release. The threat passes, they shake it off, and then they return to eating grass as if nothing happened. Well, us humans would probably keep thinking about the lion, keep thinking about the threat, keep focusing, and if we didn't have a positive way to get rid of that stress, which most of us don't as kids, it anchors into the body. So your body works the exact same way, it just forgot how to complete the cycle of letting go of the stress. So I'm gonna bring a gentle reset to the neck. And you may think, oh, that's kind of odd. It's going to look different than most of the resets you might see. It's not about perfect posture. It's not about stretching. It's about restoring flow in the body. So if you're always stretching, especially those tight shoulders, computer workers, and it just doesn't work, your body may be bracing to try to help you. It's not broken. So learn to bring attention and compassion to it. All right, so we're going to try this somatic reflex, and you can do it sitting where you're at. We're going to listen to the tension and kind of lean into what it's showing us, what it's teaching us, and then allow the opposite of that tension to bring into our awareness what's there. Because it's working with that, not this, but this. Feeling this and then feeling this, that the body really learns in a good way. So find a comfortable seated position. Uncross your legs. Feel your sit bones. When you're sitting, your sit bones are your anchors. Okay, so feel those two knobs underneath your buttocks, kind of make them even. Relax your spine. Balance your head. And imagine if someone was looking at you from the side, that you, as much as you can without pain, bring your ear over your shoulder, over your hip. Your head's more balanced. Okay, close your eyes and let your awareness move inward, and just notice the breath. And notice where it tends to be. So most of us are middle breathers, and we tend to breathe high in the chest. But we have lungs that go all the way down to the back above our belts. So just notice. Don't do anything to change it yet, just be aware. So we're kind of setting the field of awareness in the beginning. Now, I want you to let your head go forward slightly, look up slightly, draw your chin in, and bring it back like you were drawing a little circle with your nose. Don't overforce it. And in that position, when you draw your head back, very slowly, nod your head yes, gentle, tiny movements. Notice how it feels. And then slowly shake your head no. And notice how much range of motion you have. Notice your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay, and you're kind of getting a lay of the land inside your shoulders. Give yourself a number. 0 is no tension. 10 is my shoulders are really tense. Notice where they're at right now. Now, we're going to go ahead and take us through a somatic shoulder awareness. So I want you to slowly, right where they're at, lift your shoulders up. But I want you to get up to my count of 10. So when we get to 10, you're there. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. 5, you're halfway. 6, 7, you're not forcing anything. 9, 10. Now allow a mindful tension to be there. Maybe you can go up a little higher. Notice your breath. Bring your breath through the low back above your belt, not your shoulders. Tell your body, I'm in tension, but it's safe. Feel it. Notice it. Maybe squeeze a little harder. No pain. And now we're going to let it softly go. 10. Breathe. 8. 7. 6. Breathe. 5. 4. All the way. 2. 1. All the way down. Okay? We are going to do a 3 times 3 exercise here. Any one of these is valuable, and you may find one of them is even more valuable, and stick with it. Okay, here's the second repetition in the first set. You're going to turn your head. So let's go ahead and turn our heads to the right and bring it to the point where you feel tension but no pain. And again, we're going to lift. 1, breathe, low back awareness. 4, 5, keep them coming up. 6, notice the breath, notice tension in your belly, your back, all the way up. 8, 9, 10. Now just notice the right side of the neck, the left side of the neck, what's working, what's not. Just awareness without judgment. And let it go. 10. Breathe. 8. Very slow, as smooth as you can. 7. 6. 5. Soft, soft. 3. 2. 1. Soft and releasing. And now feel it. Notice the difference between the right and left. And now turn your head the other way, and you're going to travel the same distance, same way. Breathe in the low back, and 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, you can even let your eyes go further, closed or open to the left. 5, breathe, low back awareness. 7, 8, really reach them up. 9, 10, oh my God, this is my best teacher right here. Feel it, notice it, thank it for its hard work, and then let it go. 10, breathe. 9, 8, as smooth as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head returns to center. Now just feel. Okay? Now this time we're going to do it, and we're going to bring the facial muscles in. The jaw. Ever have jaw pain? I'll be talking about that too. We're going to do it with lion's breath. If you haven't done yoga, lion's breath is this lovely looking kind of Maori warrior face. You ready? It's like this. So sometimes you can't do this just in the office or anywhere, but I want you to really try it. It's amazing. Okay, so this time you're going to go ahead, feel your breath, feel your sit bones, and the same journey, but you're going to do it with a lion's breath coming on, a lion's face. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and let it happen. Get to 10. Faces open, Maori face, eyes wide, jaw open, don't hurt, and then let it soften. Eyes soft, jaw softens, mouth closes, and let it go. And feel the echo in your face and your neck. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Now we're going to go head to the right or left. It doesn't matter which side you begin on. And you're going to do the same thing. So breathing into the low back, count of slow 10. You get it. Ready? Feel the eyes soften, the jaw soften, the breath, the shoulders. Breathing into the low back. Come back to center. Notice the difference between the right and left now that you brought your face into it. And then bring your head to the left side. Same thing. Lion's face. Slow on, slow off. And really slow down. Make your movements as smooth as you can. And you may notice it's actually hard to make them smooth, and there's a reason for that. Okay. Each time practice as smooth as you can, because that tendency to grip also makes you amnesic. You forget how to move those body parts smoothly like a dancer. You just have this ratcheting, chunk, 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 chunk. So we're also working on smoothness and flow in our movements. I did it kind of fast. You can actually do it a lot slower, and you will feel something quite amazing the slower you go. Third time. Okay, so remember it's 3 times 3. This third time, we're actually going to actively stimulate the vagus nerve for its gift to us, which is quieting. So on this time, as you exhale, you're softly going to hum, a quiet vibration as you lower your shoulders. So again, looking forward, face soft, go ahead and raise. Do your typical lift. Go as slow as you can. You may want to tune your shoulders into that tense place, and you all know where they are when you got them. And then as you lower, a quiet vibration. Okay, let your head turn. And again. Let that vibration permeate your being as much as you can. Slowly lower. Back to center. Feel the echo. Always give time to listen to yourself. We're often so headlong into the next thing that we forget to actually be present to where we're at. This is a really good practice. Then let your head turn the other way. Slow up. Contract those deep muscles called the scalenes. They're actually accessory breathing muscles up there. Let them be there. They're stress breathers. Hold them. Feel them. Pay attention. And then with a hum. Extend the hum as long as you can. Bring your head back to center. And now notice the difference. Do a gentle roll with your head forward, up, nose back. And now nod your head. And notice how different it is. It's probably a lot easier. And shake your head no. And feel the range that just made itself available. Feel where tension now has responded to compassionate attention. This is not a small thing. And it's not a stretch. It's a reset. So it's the 3-direction lift and lower. Simply breathing into the low back. lion's face. Isn't that fun? Ah! 3 directions. And then lifting and lowering with a hum. And you're so tuning in, inviting your body to release because you're giving mindfulness to the tension. Not by pulling, not by forcing, but by listening and allowing with awareness. Your neck doesn't need to be stretched harder. It needs to feel safe enough to let go. And isn't that kind of a metaphor for what's going on in a lot of the world? So be kind to yourself. As you begin practicing this reset, something changes. So not only does your head naturally start to stack over your shoulder without forcing it, your shoulders stop clenching every time you take a breath. Bring your awareness to low back breathing. That's how a baby breathes before the world shakes it up into tension. Stop carrying the day's stress in your neck and your jaw and your face. Notice with awareness, breath gets deeper. Oxygenation of the brain. Focus gets sharper. The whole body starts to move with less effort and more ease. You're not just fixing your neck. You're interrupting a stress pattern that has been running in the background for most of us for years. And the most amazing thing is how doable it is. Because that primitive brain doesn't know then, now, or future. It's just right here. So when you breathe into it, when that energy that hasn't been released has been given its moment to actually be paid attention to so the protector is able to do its job, and you consciously tell it, I got this, and you let it go. You breathe into it, it moves down into a state of greater relaxation. So this week, just try it. Try this seated reset once a day, more if you can. If you can't do 3 times 3 directions, just do 1. If you can't make a lion's face without getting laughed at, go so slow. Focus in one area, do what you can. But know that your attention and the response with compassion, especially when your neck is starting to ache and you're aware your shoulders are tense, that it has a profound effect on that body's tension to let go. Pause, breathe, hum, release. And then let me know what changed. Did the shoulders drop? Did your jaw loosen? Are you having less pain in your jaw? Less headaches? There's a whole way this is connected to headaches. So comment below, share your experience, and if you found this helpful, hit like or send it on to somebody. This is the kind of stuff that we just don't really get. And it's not out there. It's not in a pill. It's not going to see a PT. It's turning the mirror inside to soften. So next week, I'm going to dive more into why core muscles shut down when you're under stress. It's that same protector and how to bring them back online. So let's keep restoring flow together. Thanks.